Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. It is I, Jesse Milestone, coming to you on this Friday with both good news and bad news.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Where people were just walking around, just jizzing force all over the place. He looks like he has been drinking soy from his mother's teat. Wrap yourselves in, guys, because we are gonna get mean!
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. It is I, God Empress, Jesse Milestone, and here with the people. That's a Jeff. That's a Jeff. That's a Darth Matt Bushcombe. It's very confusing when it's mirrored. Zach Z, what's up? El Gallo Oro, what's up? Alejandro Cervantes, that's up. I'm just sitting here as it's counting down. I'm like, oh, no one's gonna be here because I didn't tell anyone I was going live on a weird schedule, or anybody anything at all. And like, you're all here, so hey. Raging Rhino, what's good, my dude? Alejandro Cervantes, I said hi to you already. Toxic Masculinity was up. We're at a fencing tournament. So, yeah, if you guys don't remember, the lovely Darth Matt Bushcombe from many tournaments ago, all the times ago. How are you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm doing all right. Just surviving this day.
Surviving. Jeff.
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Or Jeef, as you're known here.
Not here.
In these circles.
Not anymore.
I feel like on this circuit, it's still occasionally appropriate.
Well, the person who named me that is dead.
Oh, that's true. He is dead. So we have to find a better nickname for you, actually. All right. That's tonight's mission. A better Mindless Entertainment nickname for Jeff. It's got a rival. It's got a rival Darth Matt Bushcombe, because that's still one of the best ones ever. So that and Fugba, I think, are the two best of all time.
So it's basically the last Summer Nationals is where all the good shit came from.
Yeah.
That was the magical one.
Yeah.
I was there.
I mean, King Rob is forever, but, you know.
Raj
Hey!
H is here.
Raj Rich! He's just Raj now.
Oh, he's just Raj now?
Raj, he's
Thanks
cool.
for the thumbs up.
He got cooler. Yeah, we know it's a thumbs up from Raj. I feel like he leveled up, you know. It's like
It's like when Riggs and Murtaugh get closer.
Hmm.
He's Raj.
Raj. There you go. That's what's up.
God, I love that movie.
I guess I should probably like share this to what's that thing? Tweetar? Tweetar. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up too. Thumbs up my own stream. That's right. Let's see how many. No, shut up. Shh.
You gotta watch an ad to get to your own video.
Yeah.
What?
Stop playing. Hey, we have so many thumbs up though. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Kev B's here now. Bill Rob's here. Phil Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is here. And Dakari Garman. Woo. So yeah. So things. It's funny because like this is our first Summer Nationals since the bug. Oh God, why is that still here?
Wow, that's old.
It's pretend ass. No, that's new.
Like you pulled that up today?
No.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that it's like is in weeks old. Yes, it should not be there. Because I haven't opened my computer in a while. Hey, come see. I'm streaming. Yeah. Cool. I did a self-promotion. Hooray! So yeah. Yeah, so it's like kind of back in normal.
Yeah.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in the same room again. I guess that was the other national events. Didn't do that. Cool. Less cold here.
Yeah.
Or maybe close the blind because I feel like we get to a point where our window just bleeds cold air, and then I'm gonna need to wear my floof. Toss me that for a sec.
This?
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap myself in it temporarily until it warms up. But yeah, we're back. Raging Rhino, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. He said, "Oh God, we have to light balance in here again. We are turned to darkness and gloom."
Darkness falls across the land.
All right, actually, this is a race problem, right? now.
I mean, truth.
This is accurate statement. It's accurate. Trying to light my people. That's better. I don't want to be like the glowing white girl in the middle, just hogging all the light. There we go. Now
You're whiter than the inside of your hoodie.
that's actually true. It's been a long time. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Raging Rhino. It has been a hot minute. What's good? When are you? Is this time slot a time-ish you could stream at? Because I'm gonna be doing this time for the next couple of weeks. So let me know. Let me know because I miss my Aussies. This light.
Is it better?
It's terrible.
No, it's not. That's okay. I don't need to be seen.
I feel racist.
You're dating me. How are you racist?
Huh? Because I'm the brightly lit white person
Look,
with my race shields behind me.
genetics made you white.
It's
You
true.
didn't choose to be. So I won't hold it against you.
Thank you.
You're just more visible.
Lean in.
See if I go backwards. Hi, Andy McCallum. What's up? Yo, where you been, Andy? You weren't around. I know I haven't been on Limit for a second, but you weren't there for a minute, and your wife was missing you. So that's sparks are flying. Magic is happening. Also, if you're just joining us, make sure you press the like button. We are small, but we are mighty. We have so many oppressions. We're gonna be back in the 50s in no time. It's gonna be great. It's not gonna be great for anybody sitting in this room.
What do you mean?
If we go back to the 50s,
Like the era?
yeah, the 1950s would be pretty shitty for all of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't be a good time.
I mean, I could pull my hair trick.
I could-
kind of get away with some stuff.
I can make it a little easier by pretending not to be Jewish,
That's true.
but I'm still a woman. So, yeah. I had a thought and then it was gone.
That was a good one.
It was great. Dude, I found a poem written on a clipboard that spoke to me. It goes, vacuously true. We will all die here in this terrible place. It spoke to me.
Wow.
That's very
A
morbid.
clipboard over there?
Yeah, in the venue.
Oh gosh.
So, for context, guys, we wake up at whatever time we need to wake up to be in that concrete box by 8 o'clock. We go to the concrete box, i.e. convention center. So, large box made of concrete, no windows, no way of telling what time it is. Time just goes away when you're inside.
Ugh.
And we stand in front of BB machines and children or adults who act like children with swords. And inform them whether they're right or wrong all day long, in spite of the fact that they both consistently think they're wrong all day long, no matter who's on the strip. And their parents and or coaches also think that they're both right all the time and want to inform you at varying decibels and levels of aggressiveness of how wrong you are whenever you're not doing the thing that benefits them. So it's not stressful or anything. Oh, and like half of them are Russian, and most of them have probably killed somebody at some point in their lives. So the Russian ones, anyway. The other ones, you got a couple of them have, but this is chicken, by the way. Someone's like, no, this is barbecued chicken that my dad barbecued on his 35-year-old Weber barbecue. It's awesome. It's older than me. Yeah.
That sucks. Sorry, you got me thinking about what time do I need to be at the concrete box tomorrow.
Report time's up.
Yep.
You got early?
15.
I'm sure I am too. I think we have an early.
Well, there's a
14,
bunch of
right?
people. Yeah, there's a bunch of people. That's not out there. Both of us are. Well, I would expect to be. You.
Wait, junior men's sable. I gotta refresh. Wait, that was today. Okay, where is my name? Boo, boo, boo. Oh yes, Matthew McGuire is refereeing tomorrow. I can torture him. Yep. Welcome to life. Oh, but he's an epe. That's boring. There's a child. He's 18 now. It's always adorable when they turn 18. Who is like a puppy dog. He's adorable. Speaking of puppy dogs, I saw Kumar yesterday in the venue. Yeah, we had a nice chat about. I was asking him about some of the feedback about the signing.
Nice.
So Yeah.
I'm sure he's well,
Yeah. Seemed good.
probably in a great spot. So we probably didn't affect him that much.
Probably not.
Parents are well off.
Yeah.
So
Good
good. Good chat.
talk.
Good
Good
talk.
talk. He's a
What did we
young,
learn?
young, promising athlete. I think if he sticks with it, he'll make the next Olympic team.
Oh, is he that?
Morsky.
Oh, I saw. I was like, today was the first time I've only been to one other tournament. I thought he was like off or something.
He hurt himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did hurt himself, but he's coming back from an injury right now. But I think if he bounces back, if he stays where his level and he works at it, I think he could make the next team. He wasn't pretty close this last one.
I'm not sure.
Before COVID, I think he was on one of the people in the hunt.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because I remember that being a whole thing back in Salt Lake City. Because it was like, he was one of the people when I was assigning that it was like, you have to be, there was a couple of people that were tagged because it was like where the results for the day could have an impact on the team. So I was like, oh, great. My first time assigning a Div 1 and I have Olympic considerations to worry about. This isn't stressful. So, so how you guys been is stressed out because this is kind of the driver. So that was, God, how do we break this down for people? How do you give them the in without inundating them too much?
I don't know.
So in this concrete box full of crazy people, there's also like politics. Hey, I'm seeing the inner mindless mob showing up. The best man's here as well. Cody make designs on my shirts because he's awesome. You should all follow him and make him design your shirts too. This light is so frustrating. I'll figure it out one day. When are there not politics? Exactly, they're always politics. So you think Hollywood's bad? Come to fencing. I was developing some referees at an event about a month ago, and I was I gave the advice: whatever you do not sleep with this particular individual. And they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, many people have. Many people have done so thinking it was going to help them with their refereeing career, and it is not. And she was like, wait, people sleep to the top in reffing? I'm like, yeah, I don't know why, but yes, this is a thing. Sleeping your way to the top in fencing refereeing is a thing. Yeah.
Wouldn't know anything about that one.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah. No, Matt doesn't get to. He had to earn his way on merit and hard work and being the most charming, damn, lovable guy in the room. Really, it was like his positive
I'm
attitude.
right here.
You weren't in the room at the time that he was earning these accolades.
I was at times.
You were not eligible for the accolades he was then earning.
Charming, most charming guy in the room. Come the fuck on.
I'm not he wasn't earning that as an accolade. That was one of the merits going towards his promotion. And so only people eligible for said promotion would be in consideration for the title. Whatever. Keep digging. Matt's positive attitude is why people just couldn't get rid of him. And so they're like, oh, but he's so nice. We can't send him to Hepe. I guess we have to use him another round. And so he just kept getting used. And I don't know. Now he's going to probably be a big shot referee or something. I'll be taking orders from him in about half a season. It's the way it goes. I'll be very excited when that day comes.
One day. Dreams.
Like,
We all have dreams.
I have dreamed of putting the God Empress in her place. Did I tell you how my conversation with Bill went yesterday morning when I came in?
Yay. I mean, yeah.
It was fun. It was a good talk. You're late. Yep. Are you going to lecture me or tell me where I need to go? He didn't really like that answer. I don't know why. I had to referee him today.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. He wasn't happy. But I'm like, and he definitely thinks that I was not being fair to him. But I'm like, but you won the bout, like, and with a lot of 2 light touches in the second half, right in the middle, very tight calls that went his way, correctly so. And like, dude, if there was any bias here, you wouldn't have won that bout. Like, if I was going to fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm not gonna play around and tease. I'm gonna do it hard in the butt with sandpaper.
Yeah, I had to hop out of that event today because I was not seeing it. I was like, I'm gonna slide over here to bet 70, and then thinking it was gonna be easier, and it was worse.
Dude.
I was like, I don't know what this is.
Some of those guys have been fencing longer than. It's possible that some of the oldest one of those bastards have been fencing longer than than one of my parents have been alive.
It's true.
It's kind of messed up. The best part is like they can't see, they can't hear, they can't move. So they just sort of wander back and forth on the strip until they hear the beeping sound that means the light has gone off and the touch has been scored. Am I wrong?
No, I survived.
Thank goodness the one and only Larry Pincus is not fencing today, though.
Oh, is he?
He will always cross over. Like, bless his heart. He's actually won a lot of Vet 70 championships, but he always gets carded for crossing over. It's like in all of the years of fencing, he hasn't yet figured out that whenever they changed this rule a million years ago, you can't just run forward on the strip anymore.
Well, like my favorite today is I had to make one of those calls.
Oh, yes.
And he's like, did my feet cross all the way over? Because that's the rule. I'm like, yes, that's what the card for, sir. Like,
Sweetheart, there was daylight and an entire
Oh, yeah.
cycle of the sun
it's like
in
a
between.
whole, like, half a stride worth of passing.
I could have slid underneath. I'll probably slide right through there. Oh, it's old men fencing is adorable. Yeah. No, I will never forget too. I can't remember what it was, what the actions actually were, but it was a vet bout on video, and Lindsay and I were doing it together, and we wagered at the beginning what the score would be and what penalties would have to be given for what, and we were dead on. It was eerie. It's very Twilight Zone.
Oh, that's why I will be skipping every knack that they fence because vets just messes with my head. Everybody loves it. I don't. I don't. Matt, you going to August? Nope.
I mean,
I'll see you guys in October.
I wonder. I mean, no one's going to July. I wonder if anyone's going to August. That's gonna be fun. Apparently, Matt's gonna be the only qualified saber referee actually
that bad.
officiating in July. Apparently, it is. It sounds like it is. I ain't going.
You aren't none of
No Tucker, no Brewer, no Stapleton, no Zach,
Okay.
no Fischel,
Oh,
no
shit.
me, no Alex.
Alex isn't going?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh hell, they ain't putting me on video behind nobody. Matt, I ain't getting me yelled at.
Dude,
That's why I like them in that stage where I don't have to be behind anybody. So I'm just like, hey.
Did you ever get Sergeyed? Or did you start early enough to get Sergeyed? Gritsayev.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's this thing called getting Gritsayev, which is handguard. Ready? Dance. Is that not a solid Sergey impression? I'm very proud of worked on it. So getting Gritsayev. Sergey has opinions sometimes on how bouts should go, irrespective of how the touches actually go. And he feels that sometimes he should influence these things and then not take any blame for them. So it's a really specific thing. And you'd think, why does it have its own name? Such a specific thing. This is the thing. So when he is your video referee. So essentially he's your backup guy. When somebody challenges your call, you go back and he's your second opinion. And the idea is your backup guy is the stronger referee. So they can give you some solid advice when you come to them for help, which is what they're supposed to do. Sergey Gritsayev like to call a lot of things. Like to throw away a lot of touches that probably should have been called. Right. So there's like timing is the thing, and you can when both fencers come together and hit, it's our job to decide who gets the touch based on what actually happens. And if you're a good referee, you are awarding those touches often. If you're not a good referee, when both fencers hit at the same time, you're calling simultaneous or you're throwing out those touches because you don't know what actually happened. So sometimes certain referees just get old enough and decide not to call the middle anymore because it's too much of a pain in the ass to get yelled at by all the coaches. Or they decide to do that so that they can strategically call the middle whenever they want to influence the outcome of a bout. So getting Gritsayev is when you have a 14-14 touch where you have to look at video, right? And the rule is the deciding touch. That's 14-14. These bouts go to 15. The deciding touch, you have to look at video if they're tied. And there is clearly a timing issue in the middle where a touch should be awarded, and you go back and you go, it should be this call, right? And Sergey goes, no, it's this. It has to be simultaneous. You cannot call it. Do not call it. Do not call it. Do not call it. And he makes you call it simultaneous. And he does that to you until there is clearly a touch, or until one of the touches turns up for the fencer he thinks should win, and then he tells you unequivocally you have to call it this way, or invariably just fudges the middle until the other fencer has the opportunity to then be lazy, and then make a different action. And then when everyone jumps on the video to go, why didn't you call this one for that fencer? Because clearly the timing's there at 14-14. Why didn't you call it for that fencer? He goes, I told them to do that and they didn't listen to me, and then walks away. That's getting Gritsayev. And it's happened to every single developing referee who has had Sergey Gritsayev as their video referee. It used to be a rite of passage until people realized that was a really fucked up rite of passage, and you probably shouldn't do that. Because, there's a 20% chance that the referee who got Gritsayev is just going to quit and never come back after that. So, it's a pretty traumatic experience. I still remember. The funny thing is, I still remember where I was standing when I got Gritsayev. I don't remember the venue, actually. I think I do now. I think I remember exactly where I was standing, the exact surroundings, the faces of the people, the club it was when I got Gritsayev. That's how specific of an event it was. Yeah. Was yours equally as traumatic?
Oh, that's never happened to me. So.
Oh, you've never had the full Gritsayev. You've just had the, he wasn't there, you turned around and he hadn't even been recording video or something. Yeah, that's Gritsayev light. That's Gritsayev light. And that's when we stopped letting him be anywhere near Nelly abouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you.
What do I got to do to get on the?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be on the 12:45 train.
Right? What's the 12:45 Sabre train? I should have asked Patrick.
Team.
Fuck. Man, maybe I'll get an early release. So I would be really down.
I gotta drive, but I gotta wait for Molly to take her somewhere. So I'm gonna take her over to Jersey.
If you're really feeling it, you could probably negotiate a late call. Patrick is saying, oh, too many early people, I need to get more late calls. You could probably negotiate a later call.
Well, you don't need me. It's my 14. I looked at the list. It looks good. Oh, shit. She got a 12:45 call. No.
Who?
Molly.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry.
Life sucks.
Figuring out what's going on in the world.
This is day 5. All right, so Summer Nationals is a 10-day tournament. And things start to unravel around now, right? It's day 4. This is the normal, a NAC, a North American Cup, is a 4-day event. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So during a regular calendar year, that's October through April is our season for NACs. We do one of those a month if you do all of them. 4-day events. That's you're pretty used to the cycle, used to the grind, used to, even if running on a little less sleep in a different time zone, not used to getting up so early, which is always my problem no matter how much sleep I get. You can wear yourself down, and by the end of day 4, you're pretty toasted, you're pretty fried, but it's time to go. You're ready to go. So today is day 4. Today is the end of a regular NAC. We have 6 more days to go. So
You're doing the whole thing?
yeah, I have 2 days of coaching, so they'll be really light days. Basically, my days off.
Your mini me? What day is that?
Friday and Saturday.
Darn. I might come back Sunday because Anna Maria's fencing.
Oh, cool.
So if I don't go to Wisconsin with my wife, I may sneak back over here on Sunday because I think she's fencing Sunday and Monday.
Tight. That's awesome. I'm excited. I'm assigning to 2 men's. It's like I'm assigning a division, one of the div sabers, but it's the men's, I think. No, maybe I'm assigning a vet team. I don't remember.
That's
I don't
like
know what I'm assigning.
Thursday, I think.
I gotta figure out what I'm
They
assigning.
need a day off.
They
need a day off.
right? They do. Yeah, they give them a day.
That's Thursday.
So veteran starts 40 and up, they give them days in between their events. Normally it's like they try to lump if they think fencers are gonna be fencing consecutive events, they try to put them close together so you can plan, right? We're gonna fly in for this day, and be able to fly out and not burn all these extra days in the hotel. Days off of work for the parents and stuff like that, off of school if it's during the year. The vets, they're like, you need time. You need time to recover. Your bodies are broken. Some of you are like actual grandmas and grandpas. You need time. Macy Van Dusen in the house. What is up? Does George Takei make an appearance? Not so far, but Bruce Dickinson from whatchamacallit? Iron Maiden. Epic fencer. Bunch of guys used to be like, yeah, I used to fence with him in the club, and I like saying, Joseph Butoich is here. What's up? Why are we staring at phones? Oh, we were checking our report times for tomorrow. We're working at fencing tournaments.
Sorry.
So we're finding out what we have to do. I wish I had asked for a late call tomorrow now, but also maybe I can finagle an early release, which would be
That
tight.
means I have to walk and I have to go find Alan. That guy.
Macy Van Dusen. The question is, what is normal? Well, that kind of is the question. In a post-pandemic world, what even is normal? For us, I mean, the Russians still yell. The same crazies are still crazy. Yeah.
Normal for here?
Yeah, I mean,
I drink. I hang out with my friends. I get yelled at. I have fun. Somehow all that's fun. Well, the drinking's fun,
yeah,
and hang out with my friends is fun.
agreed.
Sometimes the drinking is not fun.
That's okay. That's also the trend too. The drinking starts getting infinitely less fun after day 4 too, because you're conditioned to handle 4 days of like pounding it and doing yay, having fun, celebrating your friends, getting up, going through the grind, and then the yelling and the problems and the stress starts to compound and weigh on you, and the drinking starts to weigh on you, and the early mornings and long days on your feet all start to weigh on you. And the drinking gets less fun because it's fucking you up the next day. And then sometimes you're sobbing by the end of the night. So, I don't know if you ever had the sobbing problem.
I haven't had that. I was told I've never had fishbowl before,
Oh,
and apparently there's some place around here that has them,
that's probably true.
and I'm like, I need to try this. I don't know, my whole body might not be able to handle that like back in the day, but
Right?
they're like, yeah, we have fish bowls. I was like, that's a lot.
That sounds like fun.
That's
Those
a lot.
are the kinds of things that I'm coming out of retirement for. I'm semi-retired from drinking. So obviously, if I do a drunk stream, that will be coming out of retirement. But things like, oh, they have a fishbowl. They have an exclusive exotic alcohol drink that is only here and gigantic. Can you drink it all? Why, yes, I can. Please, let's show me to it. Show me the way.
Apparently, the bartender downstairs made fencing term inspired drinks, and I was interested, but then they were $15. And I wasn't interested anymore. I wasn't so interested anymore.
Significantly less interested. No, that's LA prices. Who's your friend, Jesse? This is Darth Matt Bushcombe. He's a fencing referee. And the Bassman. Who needs drinks when you got smoke? Well. And Jeff is fine. He's just sleepy. He's been getting up when I get up, which is early, and he's been working all day, which is a lot. And
yeah, I pissed Sarah off with that a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling him some folks about that. Like, yeah, he gets up, he tries to sneak out, then he wakes me up, and then I'm up. It's like, well, you came.
Yep, exactly. That's my perspective telling anyway. And then he's been voluntarily getting up to get shit done too. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is what's up. This is your office. That's mine. But I need to be ready for that one just as much as you need to be here. You go sleep. Make sure you press the like button because it helps or something. Also, guys, we are only going to be hanging out for another half an hour or so because the High Council is still going live at the regular time. So you should hang out for that when that happens. I'll wake Jeff up beforehand. Don't worry. He's taking his nap now, so he'll be fresh for the council. Take your screenshots and mock him ceaselessly on the High Council later. With love. Only with love. Yeah. So, words.
This is what it's like to actually have people to interact with.
Yeah.
It's nothing like when a couple of times I've tried it and you're just like, I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm talking about this is obviously Twitch, not this. And you're just like, I'm just talking to nobody, and I'm terrible with this game, but it's kind of fun. So screw it. But you actually have people that
right, that are there. You're like, hey, what's up, Greg Kirby and John Thomas, Holocron Library Fox. So, Jeff Hudson. Oh, he will be. He will be. You mock Holocron Library Fox, but it's just taking a power nap. He's a powerful man. He needs powerful naps. It's one tough middle finger holding Jeff up. That's right. Damn Skippy. I laugh because this confirms that no matter the sport, the officials face the same bullshit politics and favoritism. Damn straight, am I misguided? Also, hey, what's up? Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Yep, it's so true. It's so true. Matt is lucky right now because he's everybody's favorite. So that's the sweet spot, right? You ride the bullshit, and again, because he's so difficult to hate, Matt did not have to get kicked around by too many people to find the sweet spot where all at the same time, the people with the ability to push you seem to agree, yeah, this guy's pretty good. We should probably keep pushing him along. So, and then it's like when you catch a sweet wave and just ride into the shore. And the shore is, being a hot China.
and it rushes back out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That always happens. You get caught in the riptide too, and if you're not careful, you'll just die. It's never easy. You can never stop watching. You can never stop. There's never a point where you're like, I can rest on my laurels now because I've done it. I've gotten to where I want to be. You're like, I've gotten here now. 8,000 more people are trying to ruin my career. So, yeah, you gotta always. That's a start. Sounds like our 10 days in the Fargo Dome every July. Oh yeah, you have a 10-day national in July too. Well, how about it? Macy Van Dusen, thank you for the super chat. Captain Robert April wants to know how long after the plane landed did you go in search of a Philly sandwich? And so do I. Thank you so much, Macy Van Dusen, for relaying that question from Captain Robert April and yourself. So she's actually the funny story. About a week before, actually like 3 or 4 days before we flew, my mom texted me and she's like, do you guys want me to get you guys cheesesteaks on Saturday, the day we were getting in? And I was like, hell yeah. So she did. So we had cheesesteaks within hours of arriving in Philly.
That sounds deliciously miserable.
Miserable.
I'm super lactose intolerant. They're so good. Sometimes it's worth paying the price,
Mm-hmm.
but
I agree.
but that sounds like one to be, deliciously miserable.
Mhm. It was a mama's cheesesteak. It is everything. Yeah, my mom actually is a really good texter, which is nice. Amaressa rolls, Arab Black, Amaressa rolls. And then I took Jeff to so Mama's is my favorite cheesesteak, but it's also not like a totally traditional one. However, it always makes lists and things of the best. So my favorite traditional one or favorite in the city limits one is a little place called Mad Greek on 35th and Lancaster in West Philadelphia. It's delicious. Yep, someone had to do it. Jeff participated slightly. Oh no, not made by my biological mother. No, acquired from a place with stuff. Thank you, Jay Hando, for it. It's good to be here. Ooh, I've been wearing my Eagles mask in the venue every day, and people try to give me shit. I just yell at them.
Who do y'all hate the most?
If as an Eagles fan,
Yes.
Cowboys.
Everybody hates it.
Yeah, but we get to hate them
This
especially.
is okay. This is okay. I'm
Yeah.
Washington, so this is okay.
Yeah, I go Cowboys, Giants, Skins. Or sorry, Washington.
Team.
Washington
I
team.
still haven't.
Washington racists. Space Monkey, no, I'm gonna let him sleep now and then wake him up before the High Council so that he has energy for it. I have a plan.
You a baseball fan too? Or just mostly just football?
I used to follow the Phillies pretty closely, but not in the past few years. I not since Utley and Rollins were no more. That was my team. I wish we had a pretty solid lineup back then. Ryan Howard was the strikeout leader and home run leader one season.
Yeah, I get tired of finding, or not get tired, but like I found out how many people are like soccer fans around here, and I'm like, I don't get it. And it's like a sport, like not that it's bad. I just don't.
You know why you don't get it?
Why?
Soccer's epic.
Fair.
Soccer's epic. And it's not that I don't appreciate the value of Epee and the value that reffing Epee does for saber reffing, as I've applied many weird rules that I wouldn't be as nearly as solid on if I had to call them all the time in Epee land. And the respite it sometimes gives you from the saber crazy land. However, as a whole, it is just not. I just don't have the patience for it. You know, like if I'm forced to stand there and Epee about, I get into it. I get interested. I'm like, oh, I can see sort of the tactics and this and that. But like as the whole thing, it just doesn't. We are saber people. It doesn't have that spark for us. Soccer is the same way. Like no matter how much if I have to sit there and watch a soccer game, I'm like, okay, I get it. I get the things and the strategy and the stuff that's going on. I can't get into it viscerally. And the same thing with Epee. No matter how fascinated I get into it, just can't get visceral about it the way it is with saber.
I just want to see, like, I was a hockey player,
Mhm.
so I'm like, I just like, there's like, I don't get to hit anybody, didn't get to see people get hit, you know.
Yeah.
Much faster pace.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't like the lack of any contact. Okay. It's getting legs are, but what's cold now? There we go. Yeah, the lack of contact is definitely, and like the flopping. I'm not into the flopping. Ugh. We get that in our sport a little bit. It's better policed. It's somewhat better policed. Yeah, it depends on the fence, or it depends on the referee.
I don't know.
But yeah, we have floppers for sure.
We all had one of those in 50. He felt like 3 times in the same bout.
Yeah, Steven Nash. No, Yeah, I love that guy. He usually does a little backward somersault, once an event, nice little. The other one who sometimes does is Tony Escueda. But he was on fire today. He took out Chris Mott in like the 16, and then he took out
I'm getting more and more excited that I did not have to deal with that tournament today.
or the 8 maybe. I think he took out Chris in the 8, and then he took out Dashna in the semis.
Oh, he was in the final?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know who won, but yeah, I had to be. It would have been Escueda at Becker. Now I'm sad I left. No, I wish I'd stayed and watched that match.
See, I reffed in pools.
Escueda?
Well, the pools were all messed up. Like, people were like...
Dude,
like,
a lot
what
of
is
guys
going
were
on?
rusty. Montorio dropped 2 bouts, 3 bouts. Yeah, he only won 2 bouts in my pool. Ron dropped 2 bouts. But he ended up 8th, but he ended up at the podium. He lost 10-9 to Bill, I think. It was he lost worse to Bill in the 8s. 10-9 was Michael Bacon went 10-9 against Bill in the semis in a really good bout. It was cool. Anyway, sorry, you guys have no idea who we're talking about. You're like, whatever. You're talking shop, hardcore.
Sorry about that.
Talking stats about athletes in a sport that you guys don't follow. This is why Jeff is asleep. You're like, why did Jeff? What's wrong with Jeff? Nothing. We're just talking about fencing. Hey, Jesse, what is Sukkot? Great question, John Thomas, and one that has nothing to do with fencing. Do you know what Sukkot is?
No.
Sukkot is the Jewish harvest festival. It's a harvest holiday.
Speaking of, well, not really speaking of, but like I when I moved to Harrisburg,
Yeah.
I started working for a kosher poultry plant or
Oh.
poultry company.
No way.
Yeah,
How about that?
it's like really interesting how that all works.
Yeah.
and like the whole process.
The whole thing.
like
A lot more than just the blessing.
yeah,
Yep.
it's like oh goodness, there's like all sorts of rules and a process here, and
Yep.
I've never bought so much salt before in my life.
Yep. Why do you think Jews all have high blood pressure? Go figure.
But it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's neat. But yeah, Sukkot is our fall harvest holiday. And you so you build a sukkah, which is a 3-walled structure. If you're super orthodox, it's just like boring boards or something, but the fun people, the rest of us, they're like open. The top is supposed to be open so you can see the stars. And then usually you do it like sort of trellises, so then you cover it with fruit and stuff and plants and leaves and all this stuff. And you're supposed to sleep in it during Sukkot, which I think is 2 days. So you're supposed to sleep in it under the stars and eat your meals out in the sukkah and whatnot.
What happens if it rains?
You get wet.
But you still have to sleep out in it?
Most people will do one traditional meal in their sukkah to celebrate the holiday and then just leave it there for a couple days and, have the kids decorate it and play around it and stuff.
Fair enough.
Oh, and then there's a thing. It's like, instead of gingerbread houses, like building effectively gingerbread sukkahs was totally a thing when I was a kid. Where you just like make it out of like candy and stuff and icing and whatever. And then eat it. Jeff has either reached his center or he's trying to cope with something. Yes. He does look very at peace, actually. It's looking very nice. Very at peace. You just had a very peaceful expression. That's all. Is that what was occurring in the Book of Ruth? No, I think Book of Ruth is Purim. No, that's Book of Esther. Book of Esther is Purim. Book of Ruth might be I don't remember those things. Anyway, what about sandpaper? Yeah, how correct is the fencing in Indy 4? I have to go back and watch the scene because I don't remember it off the top of my head. So I'm not gonna give you a bullshit answer. Do you remember Crystal Skull at all?
Yeah.
The fencing scene.
Yeah.
How accurate was it? How good of a job did they do?
I didn't think it was very good.
I'll take your word for it. Not very good is the answer. I'll go with not very good. What's your favorite movie sword fight?
My favorite movie sword fight is still pretty bad.
Huh.
Really bad. Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah.
I forgot which one it is.
Jeff knows. Jeff. The James Bond movie with Pierce Brosnan fencing.
Die Another Day.
Die Another Day. Yeah, it's the reason. The ones like those suffer because they're trying to present themselves as Olympic fencing, as like real fencing. You know, it's like if you were swashbuckling, it would be fine. Like you're swashbuckling very well, but because you're trying to convince me that what you're actually doing is what Miles Chandler Watson is doing in the Olympics, you're not doing it right. It's not correct. Or even what like the 14-year-olds are doing tomorrow. No, you're not doing it at that level. Or in any way that makes logical sense in that context. But yeah, it's a fun one though. It's a really fun. I like the choreography in it. It's a really well choreographed one. Princess Bride is always mine. I love that one. Mask of Zorro is great. Which fight though, Greg Kirby? Because there's a lot of sword fights in that movie. But the Princess Bride, the classic duel.
That's fair. See, I'm unfortunately like the only person in the world that doesn't like that movie.
How do you not
I
like
don't
that
know.
movie?
I'm the only person my age that doesn't like that movie.
So why don't you like it?
I just think it's kind of campy.
I mean, yeah,
I don't like campy.
you just like flat reject camp. You're like, no, this must be more serious.
Yeah,
to appeal to my sensibilities.
I mean, like, I'm not
A
saying
very
it
serious
needs to be
man.
like Schindler's List or something, but
That's my comedy.
but
That's what I go to for levity.
but I don't know. Like, I just
Watch Schindler's List 2 unwind personally, but
that's a really
Yeah.
good movie.
Passion of the Christ is like when I'm just chilling
That-
with my buddies.
That movie.
I've never seen it, so
Yeah.
I don't need to. I'm good.
But no, like it's just like I'm like it's just gimmicky and campy for me. It's just not my thing.
Anybody want a peanut? But it's so clever.
I mean, everybody loves it. I know I'm the odd man out on this one.
It's so clever. It's like the thing is it's not just camp though. Like if it was just camp, okay. But it's not. It's there's so much. Actually, the story that I find most compelling and Loki always have has been Inigo's the revenge story with him and the father, getting murdered and finding the 600 man. That is the most visceral part of the movie for me at the end when he fights Count Rugen, offer me money. Yes, power to all that. Offer me anything you want and more. Stabs him in the gut. I want my father back, you son of a bitch. It's like that. That's the real shit in that movie. That's what I watched that movie for. Is like the fucking and the true love. I mean, there's something so beautiful. So I keep a quote wall. Not anymore, actually. I kept a quote wall. I kept a quote wall in several of my dorm rooms. I don't know if I put it up in my Bennington apartment, but I had it in my previous LA apartment. I start putting it up when I'm in a place where I need to pick me up, and I populate it with things that inspire me and move me to keep going. And one of the ones that I put up is death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a little while. Because there's that blind faith in the power of love and the perseverance of true love that is the core. Faith, I guess, is kind of really the core theme of that movie if you go across the board for everyone. I mean, even Fezzik. Fezzik has faith in Inigo, and that's why he comes back to him and takes care of him and blindly follows him because he has faith in Inigo to lead him and do right by him. Inigo has faith that he's going to find, actually loses his faith by following Vicini and then gets it back. And there's a beautiful scene in the Grove where he literally gives into his faith and he says, "Father, guide my sword, guide my sword." after all these years of being misguided on his path for revenge, when he gives into his faith is when he's guided to the answer to get the revenge that he seeks, which is another great part of that movie. By the way, this is actually low-key why this movie, one of the reasons I love this movie gives a revenge storyline. And it's like in an innocent campy movie where always the message is revenge is never fulfilling. When you get there, you shouldn't want it. And if you get it, it's going to make you feel hollow and sad. And that's not what they do. They're like, yes, you deserve this. We build everything to this. It's beautiful. It's cathartic. And then there's the epilogue of, oh, I've never thought about what to do after. You'd make a great, excellent Dread Pirate Roberts. There's no deflation. There's no, end of The Graduate, staring off into space. What do we do next? There's, hey, here's a great answer. Here's a great next opportunity lined up for you that you'll be really, really good at. It's an optimistic, positive end because, yeah, guess the fuck what? When some asshole comes and murders your father in front of you when you're a teenager, it's pretty fucking justified to go hunt him down and kill him. And I like that this movie just says okay to that, but I digress. You go back to faith. It's Wesley's faith in Buttercup and their love, in the power of love and Buttercup's ultimately finding that same faith in that allows them to overcome all of the odds. The evil Prince Humperdinck who has all the power and survive in the end and win the day. So it's a really powerful, it has a depth to it and yet an innocence to it that is continuously inspiring for me and has been since I was 6 when I first saw it and continues to be when I watch it when I'm 30. So that's what I love about it.
I don't know.
You don't have to. Never expecting it, but it's not as frivolous as you might think. That's all.
That's fair.
Jesse versus Darth Maul. Do I get to use the Force? Because let's be real here. Although I guess if you're really, really patient and clever, you just wait until he winds up. You just go right then. Probably get an attack on prep that way.
I knew you were about to say that.
One day, I want to gather a room of. One day I want to perform a comedy set for an audience of fencing people, because there are jokes I could write that are so fucking funny, but you have to know the world, the sport, the things, in order to get the punchlines. So I'm just like my Sergei Gurtsayev impression, understand. Who's that? Who do you think that is?
That one I don't know.
I think what else does he say? This is the wrong. You have to make it. You have to call this. You have to see this. You have to see this. I don't understand. How do you not see? You have to see this. Basic. It's simple action. It's simple action.
If you had an accent.
He's not supposed to have an accent, but he thinks he does.
No, I'm not sure who that is. Then.
I wonder. You know?
No.
Well, he's an assigner. He was fencing today.
Oh. Fair enough.
He has a large family. So really, I don't understand. You've not gotten that? Oh, have you never refed him fencing though? Oh,
I ducked out.
I forgot.
I'm not ready for that.
Out of that. You would out of that.
I walked right up to the table this morning.
Back when I was in your position of development, somebody who was still assigning Vet Saber today, his ideas, which he has been slowly disavowed of, sort of. One of his ideas, so when he would inherit, say, the U referee, he is ready for the next level, let us keep pushing him, he would make sure you got that particular assigner / fencer / at that time coach is pool. He would purposely give you his pool to make you deal with what he would call the insert last name here problem. Because it is, because it's actually, I was talking to Chris Mott today, who put it very, very well. He said that utter confidence that every touch is his makes him so annoying and kind of a dick. It also makes him incredibly formidable as an opponent because you have to fight against that confidence to try to win those touches. Like, I mean, it's an individual sport in which you're making split-second decisions, right? So to have some inherently douchebaggy ability to believe you are the greatest thing ever and every single touch is yours, it's like we've all met people who's like their force of will is like a physical force. It's like it hits you like a tidal wave. And so you're getting up on strip facing this guy who's holding a sword and trying to meet that force. So it's a thing. It's a thing. Plus the actions are weird. Like on top of that, the actions are weird.
Well, that was the whole thing. It's not just like I was watching it today. I was in that event.
Yeah, but his actions are weird for that event. So
It's weirder than the normal weird that
Yes.
happens. Fair enough.
and faster. And he wants you to call every single thing when it's for him and nothing when it's against him. So it's a thing. So the previous philosophy was we are going to make you do this over and over and over again until you figure out how to deal with this problem. And if it makes him hate you in the process, so be it. Lucky you that you don't live in that world. I'm glad you don't because it's stupid and it's wrong. But
I came up at a different time.
you did. You give it a
The
better
world
time.
keeps evolving. It gets better.
It does.
It's only getting better.
I just want you to understand, but it's important that you know what we had to sacrifice to make the world better for you so that you can be grateful as you make changes for the next generation.
Yeah, I see. Sorry, I won't talk too much fancy.
No, please, by all
No,
means.
because I was talking to my wife about this, and I was like, we were talking about she was like, so what's like the age range of like referees? And like I was like, it was like explaining. It was like, so like this crowd over here is like kind of very skews older. I wasn't that nice, but skews older. And then like I was like, foil. I was like, is like I'd say kind of like younger, but then like
Yeah.
I was like, but that's like the interesting thing is that like there's a whole crop of people right now that are like all the same age or like
Yeah.
within like 5 years.
It sucks because the line for the FIE for the foil is so many fencers deep. The test for your international, basically, it's like they can only send max on a good. It's like up maybe 2 if you're sending like 4 people or whatever it is. You're maybe sending 2 or 3 people for a weapon. And I think 2, you're best going to get 2 in a weapon, and in a year, and they don't even do it every year. And there's like 12 people waiting to go, basically. So they're telling you basically because the way it works, if they send you say for Epee instead or Saber instead, you can add on foil while you're there. You can add you can add them on if you're already there. So they're basically telling some of the younger foil refs, they're like, if you really, really want your FIE badly and soon, go make it happen another weapon, but keep your foil up so you can get it while you're there. Yep.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, I think of all those like top folks,
Mhm.
like that are like in our world and Saber world. I'm like, they're all like my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older. I think Tucker might be older than me, but like, yeah, y'all are all like in that like 30 to like 35 bracket.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was like, everybody.
Right? Yeah.
Like, except for like people like, that are already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
I was
It's-
like, and then it's like, and then you like realize that you're like, man, they keep like, it's like it's like people get older, man, and like it's like that window, not the international window, but like you have to keep people coming in.
Yeah, and we have a huge gap right now. I mean, because it's the us, in that range, and then your next ones up are you got the ancient ones.
Yeah.
And then below us, it's like the oldest ones are like 22. it's weird. It's not good, but I'll tell you exactly what happened, which was the other about 30 somethings, the 25s to 33ishes, who were all coming up at the same time that I was, all got killed off. So, one of them was here today. Stephen Dash on the fence, the one who fell over a couple times. His daughter used to be a referee. She quit after Jerome threw a barrier at her, and she was too scared in the moment to do anything, and no other referee came to her aid to back her up or help her. And when she told people what happened, they didn't do anything about it. So she said, F this. If you're not going to protect me from, and actually the reason she cited for not taking action in the moment was she feared that physical violence would ensue if she poked the bear. So when nothing was done about this, she said, fuck it, I'm not going to be someplace. And this was after she came back, after having quit before for other bullshit, for the previous assignment type of bullshit things where they killed everyone else off. But yeah, not protecting referees against coaches was the number one reason that they lost people.
And really nice this weekend.
Yes, they have been net positive. Although part of that is you've now aged into the group, matured into the group that is appreciated. So there's a fun split where it goes and you'll see this as the week goes on now, right? As it gets crazier, the people that they like and know are solid get an easier time, actually. Sometimes some coaches are always going to be a problem in the later days, no matter what. Some coaches will actually give an easier time because they're so grateful to have you, as compared to, say, some of the ones they don't recognize. So it's a fun thing. See, there's a couple of super chats that I missed one earlier. I want to make sure I read that one too. Macy Van Dusen, me going now. Good to see you, God Empress. And Jeff Bow, hope the kitties are okay without you. Yes, I got a picture today. Yes, Bush is cute. Have fun, keep calm, and remember Basil Rathbone. He is a good one. Thank you, Macy. And if you guys want more about on movie fights, movie sword fights, Dr. Alex, awesome dude, Alex Leeds does Doctor Who stuff as well. But he did a whole series on top 10 movie sword fights. These excellent breakdowns.
Have you ever seen like obviously not fencing sword fights, but the movie The Duelist?
Yes.
I'm like,
dude. So I
just love the scene where they're saber, and you're just like, I was like, I can imagine it probably was like that back in the day.
That's how
those things are not light.
This tracks smash. I love that scene. Oh my god, I love the whole movie actually. That I fell in love with that movie. I watched it at a fencing camp. I was like, this is amazing. Well before I realized Ridley Scott was my favorite director. So, but
I wonder where that rates in movie. So the movie, some of the scenes in that movie where they rate as in the sword fights list.
Yeah.
I can imagine they have to be pretty high.
Yeah, I have to go. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I really want to go back and watch it soon. Maybe I'll do a scholarly piece on it. If anyone cares. Ninja Lawyer Steve, what's up? First super chat for my new home in Texas. Stay awesome. Thank you, Ninja Lawyer Steve. Thank you for the super chat and welcome to Texas. Not that I'm there or anything, but I hope you enjoy it. I go to Dallas for fencing tournaments often, and I enjoy it there too. So
I love Texas.
Texas is tight. But yeah, so good stuff. Something stealing corpses. What? Okay. Yeah. So we are actually gonna. I know it was a very short one. We barely cleared an hour, but we're gonna call it. I'm happy to go chill with you in the lobby or elsewhere or whatever.
Yes,
you have more things to do. But,
yeah. You have a good night.
But we are gonna vacate. You don't have to get up or anything. We have a window. We're leaving a window in between. We're leaving a wiggle room in between. We are just gonna shut this one down in preparation for the High Council coming your way. In just 15 short minutes over on World Class Bullshitters. So make sure you go over there and watch that. Press the like button over here. Follow me on Live It. I'll be playing guitar over there hopefully soon. But yeah, practice makes wrong. Any last words?
No, I'm good.
God Empress out.